And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semifinals or semifinals here of the PiGosaur Cup number 36. We are here with once again another Terran versus Protoss matchup, but this time with a best of 5, not with a best of 3. Let's go as we are jumping into our series, and spawning in the bottom hand corner of ley lines, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Opening up with the proxy racks. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our fresh best of 5. Let's go. Clever Australia is on Pig's channel. Yes. Pig, I believe, is going to be jumping in mid-series. They already began. I think they're in game 2 or game 3. But Clever Australia, they're currently ongoing, and I believe El Chanchito is going to be jumping on over into that series. Meanwhile, we are going to be focusing and fixating on our own best of 5. Let's go. Let us go. For the time being, we are going to be moving out across the map. Again, ByuN does go for the proxy, but it's only one rack. So not the most committed, not the most aggressive, not all in at all. The purpose here should just be proxy Reaper into the main to harass and to get some economic damage done. So cheeky start here by ByuN. Yep, there's the Reaper, as we mentioned. Looking for a couple of probe kills. Like 2-3 probes would be ideal. Would be amazing. We'll see if we can pull it off. Oh god, that should not have happened. ByuN with the quick moves. He does punish, he does shut down the initial probe. Very nicely done. Reaper's on the way. A bit of an unfortunate start here for MaxPax. We'll see if he can recover, of course. We'll see if he can minimize losses. It's going to be on MaxPax to pull back those probes. Reaper dives in, probes under fire. And he will disrupt mining, and he'll get one probe. Oh my god, almost gets surrounded. Almost gets surrounded, and so far, no damage. I say no damage, no kills. No kills yet. Reaper is forced out. Nice defense here by MaxPax. He does lose mining time, but he does save his probes. So solid defense here. ByuN pulls away. Second Reaper's on the horizon. Behind this expanding back at home, and now he backs off. Now with 2 Reapers, the Adept moves out across the map, but there is going to be a second Adept back at home to defend. Reapers, they can threaten the mineral line once again, and they will get 1. This time 1 probe kill. He gets 1, he gets 2, and he doesn't quite get 3. This is okay damage, but ideally you want a little bit more. Meanwhile, the Adept gets across the map. There's nothing at home to defend. The SCV is going to go down, and the CC is delayed. Yeah, solid counterattack here from MaxPax, delays the CC. Meanwhile, ByuN, he wants another probe. Can he get one? Up! Can he get a 3rd probe? Ooh. Reaper goes down, and he shouldn't. He should not get another probe, but he will. Okay, 3 probes. Gets 3 workers in the end. Meanwhile, the Cyclone will soon arrive to defend, but in the end, I do favor MaxPax in this position. Yes, MaxPax did lose 3 workers, but ByuN's CC is heavily delayed. Is delayed, has to get back into production. Oh, that's a second Cyclone. Hello. ByuN being a little bit cheeky here. Okay, second Cyclone's on the way. Did he see the tech? I believe he did. No, he did not. Okay. Didn't see the tech, so he's not fully aware what's going on, but he's following this up with a 1-1-1 Cyclone drop into a very fast 3rd CC. Greedy build here by ByuN. And you can see already the stark difference between how ByuN is approaching his opponents. Oh, as once again, another SCV goes down. Yeah, really rough setup here for ByuN. But we saw that against Geralt, he was very standard. Again, he never went for an all-in against Geralt. He was never hyper-aggressive. Like, he had a bit of a slower approach against Geralt. I mean, sure, he ran things up in game 3, but even then, he was never all-in. Here against MaxPax, he's doing a lot of twists and turns, right? Initial proxy racks, and now, really fast 3rd base. Now, this fast 3rd is necessary, or it's one of the ways to recover. Right now, ByuN is in a rough position. ByuN, his CC was heavily delayed. He's been losing some SCVs as well. Cyclone's out of position. Another SCV may fall as we shade into the main. But ByuN has been taking some losses, been taking some damage. So that 3rd CC is designed to try to help him recover. And maybe even get ahead. Meanwhile, drop into the main. Drops in. MaxPax does dive on the oh no, that does dive on the medevac, and he will get it. The medevac goes down. Oh god. Yeah, ByuN, he was a little bit too greedy there, and at last he did overextend, and ByuN is in a rough position. Now, the saving grace here for ByuN, the third base, right? That third CC is the one saving grace here that can bring him back in this game. But here comes MaxPax. He is moving out, his counter-attacking. We do have a decent defensive setup here at the natural. The problem, though, is that MaxPax, you just ignore the natural and go straight to the main. You can just straight for the main base. The main base is exposed. And he's going for it. Ay, ay, ay. There's nothing here. He blinks in. He scouts a third TC. And ByuN can't stop this. He cannot stop this. He has no army. He has no cyclones. He has no tank in position. SCVs are going down. And this is critical damage. And from here, the MaxPax is stumbling out of control, takes down the Banshee, boys are being pulled, and ByuN has been torn apart. Again, ByuN, he had some cheeky opener, or he had a cheeky opener, he had a cheeky game here, but GG gets called, he gets punished left and right, and MaxPax takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, in the end, the proxy Rax was not worth it. In the end, he was punished. He was incredibly delayed. His expansion was delayed. The drop play across map was shut down. And in the end, ByuN's greed got punished. Again, the reason why ByuN was so exposed in the main base, outside of all the early game damage, is also because he was rushing to a third CC. MaxPax had no idea, by the way. Like, he had no idea how greedy ByuN was being. He just, went across the map. He punished. He came across just the greed of ByuN. And with that, GG. GG, well played. MaxPax takes a lead, and now we're jumping into game number 2. Let's go. We're jumping to game 2. Game 2 is going to be on PyLon. Cool. And we'll see if ByuN can recover. As a reminder, this is a best of 5. This is a best of 5, so there's plenty of games ahead of us, plenty of opportunities to recover, to bounce back. Plenty of opportunities. And I want to believe that we can get into at least a game 4. Like, I'm hoping that we don't get a one-sided 3-0. I'm here for some StarCraft. Let's go. Gibbs. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of PyLon, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. Oh, it is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Shop Rebellion. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back and make a series out of this. It is ByuN. Go. And welcome one to PyLon. PyLon, of course, is one of the smaller maps in the map pool. Short rushes by ground. Aggression is favored here on PyLon, and we'll see how aggressive our players plan on being. I do favor ByuN if he were to go for a 2-base all-in, for example. He has yet to do so here tonight, but that does not mean he's incapable of doing so. Totally he is, 100%. And we'll see if he does meet those expectations. We'll see if he does deviate in a different way. Double gas. For the first time here in today's broadcast, double gas opener out of ByuN. That does mean a faster factory, delayed CC. This can lead into early tech labs, into early add-ons, into early tank production, can lead into Banshee play. We have options. ByuN has options with how he wants to open this up. But a much more tech-heavy start. Here, much more tech-heavy. So here we are selling in. There's that factory on the way. So far it's going to be Reaper first. Okay, Reaper first, no faster add-on. Not yet. There we go. So Reaper first, straight into the tech lab. I believe this is lined up to go for an add-on swap. So we can rush into early Cyclone. And then we can go straight into said starport. Okay. So again, ByuN's cooking. Let him cook, Piper, let him cook. Now we have the CC on the way. Again, that CC after the add-on, that CC after the factory. A later command center. And from here, we can go for a starport, and we can use this Rax to make another add-on. Cyclone production has begun. Starport's on the way. And based on the position here, it looks like, yeah, the tech lab, sorry, the add-on is going to be in production here for the swap. Okay, reactor. Not tech lab. Reaper moves in. Does pick up one probe. It is going to be a Twilight Council opener out of MaxPax. Working towards Blink. Reaper does get away. And the Cyclone is revealed. Now it's going to be singular Cyclone into Widowmine into, I would imagine, Widowmine drop. Yeah, Widowmine drop is on the way. Now what I'm most curious by is what happens after this first medevac. Meanwhile, MaxPax playing safe. Robo on 2 bases. Does go for a much faster Robo. Is playing safe. Extra gateways are on the way. Expansion just now being taken for ByuN. Again, it's a later expansion out of our Terran. Here comes the drop, but again, right after this. Do we go for an add-on swap? Oh, no, never mind. Going for more Widow Mines. Okay. Extra Widow Mines. Not going for the tech lab. Oh, just now, I should say. And we'll see if MaxPax can keep up. When it comes to the Cyclone, it's back at home defensive. Defending against Adeps. Ooh, Adeps, they do shade in. They shade into the main. Marine's trying to keep up. One SCV goes down. He gets one, he gets two. Takes down 2 SCVs, but ByuN, he will defend at the same time. Drop into the mineral line. MaxPax does pull away in time. Gets a Stalker. Ooh, but we'll lose that medevac. Yeah, that should not have happened. One of the Widowmines will waddle away. I may have spoken too soon. Likewise being hunted down. And so far I would say a better defense for MaxPax. MaxPax, he lost a Stalker, that's true, but he killed a medevac. Ooh, as a Cyclone wanders in. he just walks into the bases. Gets a couple probes. A couple. Is shut down. Yeah, shuts down the Cyclone. Prison moves out. And what do we have to defend? We have tanks. Okay, we have a tank in the main. We have a bunker on the low ground. The Marine count is a little bit low. MaxPax has potential. Does run the production. Gets an SCV. Trades against the Marines. Gets one. He gets two. 2 Marines go down. SCV as well. MaxPax claiming a third. And building up towards charge. So getting to a standard follow-up. Blink into charge, followed by splash damage. Whether it's Colossus or Storm, yet to be determined. Both are viable. Both are available. Oh. I scan in the main. Spots the observer. MaxPax going for the dive. It does punish one of the tanks. Tank goes down. Nicely done. Takes down the tank, and from here can pull away. As ByuN, he was not quite in position to protect that tank. That was... yeah, he didn't lose a single Stalker. Got a tank, got 2 Marines. Better trades here for MaxPax, just containing ByuN. And as the tank count gets lower, that means that ByuN wouldn't have really a push available to him. He won't be able to counterattack. Is replacing that tank. Getting another tank up and running. Meanwhile, we have the answer to the splash damage. It's going to be Colossus, not Storm. Again, both are viable, both are options. Is going for the Colossus follow-up. And here comes ByuN's move out. He gets spotted. Gets a Stalker. Now, as ByuN moves out, Prison moves in. Charge is ready, and MaxPax is here to counterattack. He's here to punish. As there's not much of him to defend, SCVs are going down. ByuN is committed. He has to go. He has to go here and now. He has to try to end it. SCVs are falling. ByuN, he's expanding, getting a third CC on location. He's not all in. But he may as well be. Yeah, GG gets called. He gets shut down. And MaxPax takes a 2-0 lead. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A really rough start there for ByuN. Again, the Widowmine drop got shut down. The Cyclone got shut down. Likewise, he lost a tank early on. His economy was delayed in favor of that aggression. Remember, he went for a late natural base, and it wasn't worth it. It was not worth it. ByuN got shut down early on, and it just snowballed into that win. GG. GG, well played. And again, as we mentioned, like ByuN, he's just, out of all the Korean Terrans, he's the one that's least willing to go for 2 base all-ins. He's least willing to be hyper committed, and with that, MaxPax had nothing to worry about. Sure, there was a push, but it wasn't too dedicated. He just shut it down ahead of time. GG. GG, well played. Now we're getting into game 3, and we'll see if ByuN can start to bring it back here. Can he pull off the comeback? Up next, ooh, Tokamak. Oh, good. Now, we spoke about Tokamak during the Geralt series, how this map does favor longer games, does favor more defensive styles. I do favor MaxPax coming into this. Now, if you remember, despite that, ByuN did defeat MaxPax. Sorry, he did defeat Geralt in that last game. He was able to catch Geralt off guard, as Geralt, he was struggling to scout the move out and scout the positioning of the army. But that was, I feel like, more of an exception, just because Geralt was playing blind. Just because he was unaware. But we'll see. Here we go. We're getting into game number 3. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss leading the series 2-0, representing Sidestorm Gaming. And 1 game away from making it to the grand finals, it is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Blue Terran player, the Blue Terran himself, the South Korean Terran representing Shopify Rebellion, down heavily in the series. We'll see if he can recover and make a series out of this. The pressure is on. It is ByuN. Here we go. But again, it was just a really shaky start there, right, from ByuN. The mine drop, the Cyclone follow-up, the Stalker counterattack. Like, it was just everything just falling apart there for ByuN. But we'll see if he can, again, tighten things up, bring it all together here in Game 3. As I mentioned, it's going to be difficult for ByuN to be too aggressive on Tokamak, but not impossible. Not impossible. We'll see how our players will approach this. MaxPax does move out. Does move out, delaying the CC. It is going to be an economic open out of ByuN, so he's going Rax Expand, and already the CC is delayed. It is delayed by a couple of seconds. So a nice start from MaxPax, a little win. And likewise, MaxPax, he confirms that it was an economic start as well. So he knows he has nothing to worry about when it comes to early Cyclone or early Banshee, early Tech. Now, despite the economic opener, this can still lead into aggression, this can still lead into a 2-base all-in, but at least in the early game, MaxPax, he knows that he's safe and he can cut corners. There's that safety bunker on the way. ByuN ensuring that he does not get delayed, not this time, not with the natural. Reaper moves out, and the Adept is ready. Once again, Twilight Council opener out of MaxPax, working towards Blink. Trying to hunt down the Reaper. He will miss it, going across the map. He does have the second Adept as well. When he will find the Reaper. So MaxPax is keeping up. Behind this, ByuN going for a 1-1-1. He's going Reactor on the racks, no Tech Lab on the factory. So again, just a very, not very tech heavy, not very gas heavy, as we have limited gas income. So much lighter style here out of ByuN. The Adept does deny some mining, nothing major. And it does get away on 1 HP. Okay, let's go. Does slip away. Reaper into the mineral line, gets 1 probe. Does get a worker. A bit of miscontrol there by MaxPax. Does target the plates. But the Reaper goes down. Does get a full scout. Does get a full scout. It gets eyes on the Twilight Council, the gateway. There's going to be a robe on the low ground. I believe that is spotted. Yeah, it was spotted by ByuN. So he's fully aware. He's fully aware what's going on. Behind this, going for a Raven. Oh, never mind. He does cancel the Raven. Starts up Cloak Banshee. This is a bold move, considering he did see the Robo. Like, this is really safe play out of MaxPax. Very safe. Going for the Robo before expanding with this can make the Observer. So he does have detection. It is still possible to find damage, but this won't end the game. Or at least it shouldn't. As ByuN is building up. It's building up. Behind this, Max is going for the Forge. This should lead into +1 in charge. Again, it's a very standard follow-up here, just going Blink into charge into Colossus or Storm. There's that charge on the way. Stalkers, they blink into the mineral line. They get an SCV. They get 1. They get 2. Tank, yeah, just now getting in position. 4 SCV kills. Brutal damage. You know, the Banshee does get across the map. The Banshee yet to be confirmed. Observer goes down. MaxPax, did he spot it? Observer's on the way. He didn't see the research. The cloak is done. Banshees, they back off. They're meeting up with each other. Bearing in mind the 2 Banshees, they can one-shot probes, and there are currently 2 Observers. There's 1 in the main, there's 1 with the main. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, the Observers are split intentionally to defend against Banshees. They're at the main bases. And behind us, going for a massive gateway explosion. He's laying his splash damage quite a bit, which is fine. Like, this is just a bit of a safer way to approach this, and yep, it's going to be charge into Bay, into Colossus. Basically, the reason why you would delay your splash damage and why you go for a very heavy gateway style here, if ByuN pushed out on 2 bases with tanks, then he would be completely shut down and swallowed up by the mass charge lots. Speaking of pushing on 2 bases, he does have a 5-rack setup, no reactors here, no add-ons on the low ground. This looks like a 2-base all-in. This screams 2-base all-in. And we're waiting for the upgrades. Once Stim finishes, ByuN can pull the trigger. Let's go +1, Stim, combat shields, here comes the mass on siege, here comes the push. I will see if ByuN pulls the boys. See if he pulls the boys with this. Stalkers here to spot this. We'll pull away. As ByuN moves out, Zelsa will hit the natural. Doesn't pull the boys, but boys are going to go down regardless. Jenny pulls back. Pulls back home. This will delay. So ByuN is delayed as Zelsa busts into the main. ByuN still trying to push out. And all that MaxPax needs are Zealots. He just needs Zealots back at home. Banshees have to hit the mineral lines. Cannons are in position. Cannons are ready. ByuN, he backs off. He knows he cannot break through. Banshee goes down. Oh, God. MaxPax, he shuts down the Banshees. They do 0 damage. And ByuN is all in. ByuN is all in. He has to do something across the map. Oh, no, the tanks. Tanks are exposed. Army dives in, gets 1. Gets the medevacs as well. And takes down both tanks. Yeah, both tanks go down. The tanks, they do nothing. Colossus has arrived. And ByuN, he's running out of steam here. He's running out of steam, running out of army. He does them forward. Let's go. Takes down the Stalkers. Doesn't get the Colossus though. And there's nothing behind this. There's no third CC. There's no third CC. There's no expansion. There's no economy. Like this was it for ByuN. GG gets told the all-in fails, and MaxPax, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. So GG. GG, well played, MaxPax. He will claim the series. A strong performance here out of our Danish Protoss. Congratulations. Congratulations here, as that leads us into our next series. That leads us into our grand finals. Let's go. Let us go.